Right now, sitting on used car lots across America, there are 3 SUVs that nobody is buying. And I mean nobody. Salespeople are quietly dropping the price every 2 weeks just to move them off the lot. Meanwhile, mechanics like me, the guys who actually know what breaks and what doesn't, we're buying these exact vehicles for our own families. Not because they're cheap, because they're gold mines. After 23 years under the hood, I've watched thousands of cars come and go. I've seen which ones come back with engine failures at 90,000 miles and which ones roll in at 220,000 miles asking for nothing but an oil change. And today, I'm giving you the 3 SUVs I'd buy right now if I had a $25,000 budget and wanted the lowest total cost of ownership possible. These are not popular picks. That's the whole point. Let's get into it. Number 3, Kia Sorento, Ball 2016 to 2020 V6. People hear Kia and they think cheap, unreliable, throwaway car. That thinking is costing buyers thousands of dollars. The third generation Kia Sorento, specifically the 2016 to 2020 models with the 3.3-liter Lambda 2 V6, is one of the most underrated used SUVs on the market right now. And the price proves it. You can find a clean 2018 Sorento SX V6 with under 80,000 miles for $13,000 to $16,000. A comparable 2018 Toyota Highlander, that'll run you $22,000 to $26,000 minimum. That's up to a $10,000 gap for comparable reliability. Here's what the average buyer doesn't know about this engine. It's naturally aspirated, but no turbocharger to blow seals, no intercooler to fail, no DID complexity that turns a $400 repair into a $2,200 nightmare. It runs a timing chain, not a timing belt, meaning no $800 replacement interval hanging over your head. And the 8-speed automatic transmission in these is a traditional torque converter unit. Smooth, proven, and durable. Not one of those shaky dual clutch setups some brands gambled on. I had a customer last year, a father of 3, nearly bought a 2017 Ford Explorer with 92,000 miles for $18,500. I pulled the maintenance records and told him straight that EcoBoost engine has cooling system issues brewing, and you're looking at $3,500 in repairs within 18 months. He asked what I'd buy instead. I pulled up a 2018 Sorento V6 with 58,000 miles for $14,200. More power, better reliability, $4,300 cheaper. He bought it. 16 months later, he spent $112, one oil change, and a cabin air filter. Here's the detail that really matters. Kia's powertrain warranty transfers on used vehicles. If the car is within 10 years and 100,000 miles from the original sale date, you're still covered. Try finding that on a used Explorer or Pathfinder. What to check when buying? Stick with the V6. Some early 2.4-liter 4-cylinder Sorentos from 2011 to 2014 had engine issues. The V6 doesn't. Test the AWD, full steering lock, slow circle, in a parking lot, any clunking or binding, walk away. Check the infotainment screen for delamination. It's not mechanical, but it costs about $350 to fix. Look at the third row condition. How owners treat the interior tells you how they treated everything else. Number 2, Mazda CX-5, 2017 to 2022. This one physically pains me to talk about because the depreciation is an insult to how good the car is. The second generation Mazda CX-5, 2017 and newer, has some of the lowest repair costs of any compact SUV on the road. Lower than the RAV4, lower than the CR-V, and it depreciates like it has a contagious disease that nobody wants to catch. A 2018 CX-5 touring with 70,000 miles sells for $15,000 to $18,000. The same year RAV4 XLE with similar miles, $20,000 to $23,000. You're leaving $5,000 on the table just to have a Toyota badge in your driveway. Last month, I had a 2017 CX-5 CX-5 roll-in with 158,000 miles. Owner bought it new, drove it 8 years, wanted to know what major maintenance was coming due. I put it on the lift, inspected the suspension, brakes, undercarriage, pulled codes, checked the transmission fluid, nothing. The original spark plugs still had life left in them. I told her to come back in 30,000 miles. She looked at me like I was trying to scam her. Here's the engineering behind why this car is so reliable. Mazda kept it simple while everyone else was adding complexity. The Skyactiv G 2.5-liter 4-cylinder is naturally aspirated, no turbo to fail. It uses a timing chain designed to last the life of the engine. The 6-speed automatic transmission has been proven over a decade, and Mazda engineered the engine at a 13-to-1 compression ratio, higher than most sports cars, which means better fuel efficiency without beating up the internals. RepairPal gives this vehicle a 4.5 out of 5.0 reliability rating. That's the highest in its entire class. Annual maintenance averages $447 versus $573 for the compact SUV class average. The probability of a major repair is just 8%, compared to 13% for the average compact SUV. The most expensive repair I've ever done on a Skyactiv CX-5 was a water pump at 148,000 miles. Parts and labor came to $580. The average surprise repair on a same-age CR-V runs about $950. You do the math. What to inspect before buying? Check the infotainment knob. Loose or sticky feel means the owner was rough on the car overall. Highway test from 45 to 70 miles per hour. Any hesitation or shudder? Check the motor mounts. Known issue on some early models. About $400 to fix. Negotiate accordingly. Inspect paint around the rear wheel wells and hood edges on 2017 to 2018 models. Some had minor paint adhesion issues in certain climates. Look for bubbling. Here's the mechanic math. Buy it for $15,000, drive it 150,000 miles, spend maybe $2,800 on maintenance total. No better dollars per mile deal exists in the compact SUV segment right now. Number 1, Toyota Highlander, 2014 to 2019 V6. This is the SUV I've recommended more than any other vehicle over the past 5 years, and almost everyone pushes back until they actually drive one. The third generation Highlander 2014 to 2019 is a 3-row SUV with the same engine as the Lexus RX 3.5, the same reliability DNA as the 4Runner, more interior space than both, and it's selling for $6,000 to $10,000 less than either because buyers think it's boring. It's not boring, it's brilliant. 2 years ago, a woman in her mid-40s came into my shop. Professional, long commute, weekend family trips. She had a $28,000 budget and was shopping Lexus RX models. I asked if she'd considered the Highlander. She laughed and said, "That's what soccer moms drive." I walked her out to my personal vehicle, a 2016 Highlander Limited with 192,000 miles on it. I bought it at 85,000 miles for $19,500. At that point, I'd spent $2,100 total, and that included a full brake job, new tires, and a water pump at 175,000 miles. She bought a 2017 Highlander XLE the following week. $21,800, 68,000 miles. She texted me recently. She's at 138,000 miles, 0 mechanical issues. Her exact words, "Why doesn't anyone talk about this SUV?" Because people judge covers. Here's why mechanics love this vehicle. The 3.5-liter 2GR-FE and 2GR-FK SV. 6 under the hood is the same engine family that powers the Lexus RX 3.5. Same block, same heads, same engineering philosophy. No direct injection, carbon buildup problems, no timing belt intervals, no turbochargers, chain-driven and built to run forever. I have personally worked on 4 of these engines with over 300,000 miles on them. Original transmissions still in place. The 8-speed automatic Toyota paired with this engine starting in 2017 is smooth, proven, and nearly indestructible. Pre-2017 models get a 6-speed that's equally bulletproof, just slightly thirstier price comparison that should make you angry. 2017 Highlander XLE 80,000 miles, $20,000 to $24,000 2017. Lexus RX-3 5.0, same miles, $27,000 to $32,000. 2017 4Runner Limited, same miles, $32,000 to $38,000. The Lexus has a nicer badge and slightly better interior materials. That is the entire difference. Under the hood, it's the same engineering. Inspection checklist. Check the VIN for recall completion on 2014 to 2016 dashboard cracking issues. Toyota extended the warranty on this. Make sure it's been addressed. Look at front tire wear. Uneven wear means alignment was neglected. Not a deal breaker, but negotiate $150 off and align it immediately. Test every function of the Untune infotainment system. High mileage examples can develop lag. Budget $400 for a replacement head unit if it's glitchy. Find one owned by empty nesters if you can. Seriously, a grandparent-owned Highlander with 60,000 miles has been garage kept, serviced on schedule, and driven gently. That's basically a new car. Who should buy it? Highway commuters, families needing real third-row space, anyone who wants Lexus-level reliability without the Lexus price tag. You get 90% of the Lexus experience at 70% of the cost. Who should skip it? If you're under 30 and prioritize image, fine. The Highlander doesn't turn heads. If you need serious off-road capability, get a 4Runner. And if you're in a tight city with cramped parking, this thing is 194 inches long. My final take. This is the best used SUV you can buy under $25,000 right now. 3 rows, V6 reliability, Toyota engineering, priced like people don't know what it is. Because most of them don't. If I had to buy one SUV today to drive for the next 10 years, with the absolute lowest total cost of ownership, I'd buy another Highlander without a second thought. So there it is, 3 SUVs. The market forgot, but mechanics didn't. You now know what to buy. Hit subscribe if this helped. I've got more videos coming on the SUVs dealerships push versus the ones that actually make sense. 22 years of watching cars come and go. Drive safe, take care of your car, and it'll take care of you. See you in the next one.